I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Nowhere. I am Levi.
And I am Shane.
Yeah. I almost gave myself like a extra descriptor there, but I fucking bailed out last second.
Hi, my name's Levi, and I'm the hostess with the mostest. Yeah, like that?
What was that? What was that accent you're doing?
Yeah. I don't know. It's how I would say the dude from the Goonies talked, hey you guys.
Oh, sloth.
Yeah.
Oh man. All
Dude,
right, well.
Episode idea. We do a whole episode where I talk like that and you talk like your fucking Russian alter ego.
Oh, Milos. Yeah, I think we'd lose the little following that we do have.
I doubt it, dude. I think the following we do
Yeah.
have would fucking die the entire time.
Yeah. All right. Well, just for our record keeping sake, go ahead and let us know who our Patreon people are, so maybe we can compare and contrast.
Right? We want to thank Adam Pacino, Tony Burgess, Sam Norton, Natalie Tacarante,
There you go.
Mark Stadler are like, apparently he's fucking Daddy Warbucks, so thank you, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah. He's in Vegas winning all the money right now too. So.
Shit. We also want to thank Kylie Gangwish, our fucking master of media. If you don't want to listen, if you never even listen to the show, if you only ever get this far, go to our Facebook page and look at the memes that Kylie fucking puts out because they're always on point.
Shit.
They're fucking hilarious. And then
they're great. Yeah.
Of course, Jeremy Brazzers, they have actually decided to extend our coupon code with them, which is WalkPod, for 10% off for a month. Head on over there and do that. And then, and then I forgot, Colton Zammerza.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so thanks for continuing to be supportive on the YouTube video this week. Not that many comments, and you know what, guys? And girls, we really need your support. We need the commentary. This isn't just us talking. That's not all. We're a community. We're a family, okay? And we value your input slightly. So, with that being said, Kylie once again going off in the comments, but we did have another one that wasn't Kylie, so that's good. Adrian Robinson, what's up, dude? Said there is a state that brought back firing squad. Doesn't remember which one.
Oh,
but
thanks.
South Carolina was trying to execute a man, and then the Supreme Court stepped in, and I don't know which one he's referring to, but yeah. So that's his, and then all 19 of Kylie's is, she agrees with me cooking chicken a bunch. Because it's easy and cheap, right?
Right.
She said, we live on a tight budget. Chicken is absolutely not my favorite, which, sorry, you're a terrible person because chicken is fantastic. Maybe cook better.
Yeah, actually, speaking of chicken, I recently learned that if you cook like a decent-sized breast at fucking 450 for short periods of time, it comes out way more juicy.
Yeah.
I don't know how I ever didn't didn't figure that out before.
Were you doing 350 for way too long?
For 45 minutes?
Yeah.
And I mean the chicken still comes out decent, but comparatively to 100 more degrees for a fraction of the time, you get this juice packed chicken where every bite is just wet.
That's how I do my wings when I bake wings.
Yeah.
Wet chicken. I'll dab them super dry, and then I'll toss them in whatever seasoning I'm using. And then I put them in at 450 for, I can't remember, it's 30 minutes or something like that, but they're all really juicy, and then the outside where it's seasoned is nice and crispy, kind of. It's a perfect combo.
Perfect.
So you guys can use that if you want, no charge. And yeah, she goes on to say, I can cook a lot of it for cheap and do almost a week worth of meals for $20. And then does the little emoji. So, Elon needs to be on the top of his game to pay all that child support. True.
He does.
Where's Ennio Morricone when you need him for Shane's standoffs? I'm assuming that's the spaghetti western guy.
I'm guessing.
Like back in the day, the spaghetti westerns, Italian westerns. Yeah. Errol had 2 kids with his stepdaughter. That face. Apparently Elon hates his father and thinks he's super evil. So that's bananas. Which, I mean,
it's not a good look, dude.
No, not at all.
I know it's not illegal, but it kind of should be.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Then she thanked me thanked all of us for putting links in the description once again. And here we go. The volleyball comment. I was waiting for it because I knew she was going to say something. She said, UNL volleyball for the past 22 years has been fucking amazing. You bet I follow them religiously every season. Better than the Lions. And then 3 side eyes, which, fuck you.
You can't even compare.
I know they're bad.
You can't compare a volleyball team to a football team.
Yeah. I mean.
No.
Yeah.
I'm on your side on this,
that,
Levi.
But also, I'm aware that they're not good. And I hate when people try and, like, use it as, like, sorry, your fucking team sucks. Like, I am fully aware. And guess what? I don't throw my dick around about my team like everybody else does. Because all my teams suck.
Have you not listened to the same episodes we've recorded? I've listened to them. And at least once every 2 episodes, you're like, oh, the Lions, they're so good. I've
never once done that. Oh, man. And then she said, I guess you made a comment about the Lions, too. So, way to go. Because she said LMAO, then Shane comes in to back up my Lions comment. She's so jealous. Who went to Slipknot? You went to Slipknot?
Yeah.
When?
Back in 19, I went and seen Slipknot, Gojira, Volbeat, and Mastodon.
Nice. And then she wanted to clarify the coupon code for Brazzers is WalkPod, not WalkPod. So, whatever.
Kylie, you're way too short to be talking shit.
Yeah, you're the only person that had that issue, by the way, Kylie. Like, everybody else was pretty on board with it.
Everyone else that listens to the show is enamored by my southern accent, all right? That's right. Word of the day, enamored.
Enamored. Might be a good episode title, too. If you can figure out how to spell it. So, speaking of football teams and whose team is bad and whose team has shitty people. So, NFL season's coming up, and as that, gets ready, people are getting really intense and playing some Madden,
Oh, yeah.
Getting their video game on.
Yeah.
What I did not expect to see is that NFL players are modding their Madden games. I knew that they played, but I didn't figure that they would care about trying to change it at all.
Yeah.
And this one safety from one New Orleans Saints, CJ Gardner-Johnson, was banned from a Madden modding community.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of different mods that you can get for some of these games, but the more common one for Madden is for you to get college uniforms on the they mod the whole thing so it's like a college game or whatever, but I don't know what kind of mod that he had, but there was an update on one of the mods and it fucking crashed the game. It was just fucking it all up. And the modding community server that he was on announced that there was an issue, saying some mods were crashing and would need to be fixed. And then asked the community to be patient, give the team time to fix the mods, as they all have actual lives too. And the comments from his his account said, quoted, "They have their own lives and will get to it when they can," quote unquote. Great customer service. And he said great customers service, which is just kind of funny to
Right.
me. Like, it's not the customer that you're servicing, it's customers. So get your shit together.
Well,
And
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the next thing he posted. This was a minute after the previous one. He said, "Man, Cap, they do this daily. If you can mod Madden, you got time on your hand, bro. Really, any mod. I play 5M, 5M.
5 of them.
So
5 of 'em.
5. I play 5M, so I know how it go. Obviously, just get to the files for us, please, since we can't DM or ping them."
Okay.
And then he said, "Bro, I'm in the league and got 4 kids. Excuses." Which, okay, man. Like, you're in the league and have 4 kids and have time to play Madden, but you don't have time to mod it. And then there's people who have, like, full-time jobs modding this game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's a pretty big disconnect. But anyway, so not long after this, he got banned from the server. And then he did some dirty shit and was like, "I'm gonna, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna report these mods to the games, to EA and stuff." He said, "I'll be contacting EA in the DMs of some of the mod people,
Yeah.
like on Twitter and shit." He said, "Bitch you, bitch you a hoe for blocking me. I'm gonna get all that shit taken down. Watch this, since I got no power. You using my likeness and taking off a game, that's illegal. I'll be contacting EA." And then shared a screenshot of it's like a support ticket almost.
Okay.
And yeah. So anyway, I just thought that was really funny that he like goes into this fucking community where it's like mods are like an unspoken kind of like thing where it's like, yeah, it's not really legal, but it's not really illegal either, like, because you're not really selling anything,
Mm-hmm.
and you're doing it on your own property.
Yeah.
Like, I installed the game onto my device and I did this, and that's where,
Yeah.
that's where we're at. And this guy's like, "Well, you treated me like shit, so guess what, I'm gonna tell on you." Like,
Damn.
fucking, yeah. So anyway, in case you were wondering, CJ Gardner-Johnson is a rat bitch, and I'll say it. I'll said it here. And that's what the Saints are bringing to the league this year, so watch out for them.
Oh, man.
Probably gonna be going for hits again, or killing people on defense.
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit.
Hey,
Yep.
hopefully, dude. That's when the best football's played.
Oh no. Yeah, I like it when everybody has brain injuries,
CTE for
So-
everyone.
It's a game you really can't get injured playing.
What?
Fucking chess.
Hold on a
right?
second before you switch over to this chess story.
Oh. God.
Yeah. So, because you were talking about NFL, and it made me think that, do you remember old Jay Cutler? The old
Yeah.
quarterback for the Bears,
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
couldn't win a Super Bowl, but what he could win is Super Bowl 3.
Fucking, what are you saying to
It's
me
a
right
it's
now?
it's one of the ACL's cornhole competitions. It's a doubles
Oh.
competition. Him and Jay Rubin won Super Bowl 3 recently. I was super surprised. Dude. I was watching this shit.
That sounds like a porn convention.
It does really
first of all.
sound. It's not a great name for a competition, but that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I was watching it and they were like Jay Cutler, talking about this guy as he's throwing, and I was like, why does that name sound so fucking familiar? And then he
Not
made
the Jay Cutler.
he made like a really fucking awesome airmail shot, and I was like, I gotta look this guy up, and I looked it up, and it's the fucking former quarterback of the Bears in the fucking ACL, American Cornhole League. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
That's
he
pretty
couldn't
cool.
win the Super Bowl, but he can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. That guy seems like a guy who really likes yard games, He's just fucking big chilling. He divorced his wife and then ended up like locking all the money so she couldn't take any.
Yeah.
And then was like, "Yeah, you're good. See ya." So, he's doing pretty good.
But yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So chess. What about it? Tell me it.
So, like I said, pretty hard to get injured playing chess, right?
I don't think so.
What? What do you mean? Why?
I mean, not with that attitude. Yeah.
Well, here's the problem: is you wouldn't think you would be able to get injured playing chess with like your buddy or something, but have you ever thought about maybe getting injured playing chess with a fucking robot?
Yeah. I mean, or getting injured by magic.
Magic?
I've watched Harry Potter. They have the full size chess pieces they move across, and if you move the wrong way, they fucking slice your ass.
Oh no! Yeah, I guess that's true. I didn't.
Yeah,
think about
good
that.
job.
I've never once seen a chessboard that big though. So anyway, so a robot in Russia, broke this 7-year-old's finger.
What the fuck?
Playing chess. Yeah.
Robot was like, "Don't fucking touch that piece." The kid was like,
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. According to Russian media outlets, the chess-playing robot apparently unsettled by the quick response of a 7-year-old boy unceremoniously grabbed and broke his finger during a match at the Moscow Open. So, if you're wondering how good Russian technology is, it's good enough to snap your kid's finger off. So.
They taught the robot poor sportsmanship.
That's what it sounds like. I'm assuming that the kid made his move too quick, right? Like, that's what I'm imagining happened, but it does sound like the fucking robot was like, oh, really? Snap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Which is way more fun.
That was your best move? Let me see your hand.
Yeah. Apparently, there's certain safety rules. Obviously, it's a fucking robot, and the child apparently violated them when he made his move. Did not realize he at first had to wait, and this is an extremely rare case. Oh, really? I guess we'll ask our friends at Skynet. They're coming. The robots are coming. One finger at a time.
You expected a 7-year-old to wait?
Yeah. Apparently, Russians have never had kids before, because that's...
Come on, Vlad.
Vlad. You know what else is really fun about Russia right now is I just saw an article the other day.
Yeah.
That they apparently shot down one of their fucking Su-34s, which is really funny.
It was on purpose, okay? All part of the plan.
They shot down their, like, and me and my brother and our friend are in a group chat, and we were just talking about how big of a shit show this has turned out to be, because you thought that they were just going to walk into Ukraine and like, all right, see ya, and like take it all over.
Right.
But they're not doing great.
Wait.
And I just got done. What?
That's still going on?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. It's like nothing exciting happening.
I stopped hearing about it, so I thought they stopped, you know?
It's just became normal. Like, it's just, whatever. So, yeah, one of their new Su-34s in service was allegedly shot down by its own people. So their air defense, Russian air defense, shot down their own plane, which is hilarious because it's like their high-tech bomber.
You know what that means?
And...
Their fucking IFF wasn't working.
Yeah. Fucking get your shit together. You gotta pull all of the breakers, or push them all in, one of the two, and get your shit
You gotta turn it off, turn it back on. Come on.
Yep. So I was watching Chernobyl on HBO. Have you seen that?
I have not.
It's pretty good. If you have HBO Max or whatever it's called, it's on there. So it's like a 6 or 7 episode series. It's just one season because it's obviously just one fucking thing that they're talking about.
Right.
But there's a comment made by Mikhail Gorbachev in that where he's talking about how other countries don't need to know what happened because that would look bad for Russia and they wouldn't look, strong and powerful. We can let them know. And he says, our power comes from our perception, like the world's perception of our power. And that's how I feel about watching Russia right now. Because, like, anytime anybody has ever brought up Russia, ever, since fucking Red Dawn came out, it's always like, oh yeah, they're gonna invade everybody. Like they don't give a shit, and they're like they got a crazy big military and they super high tech, blah 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 blah. And they can't even take Ukraine, and then now they're talking shit. They're like, oh, we're gonna take Alaska, we're gonna take Poland, we're gonna take all these places. Like, bitch, how about you fucking stick with one first? We'll see how you do.
Yeah. You can't even take the Ukraine right now. You're not going to take anything else.
Don't get too big for your britches, But I just thought that was funny. It's like, all right, man, you guys have always been like this big scary people, and then now nobody's fucking scared of you because you suck. So, anyway, so yeah, don't play chess with robots in Russia, I guess is the thing to do. You know what a sailfish looks like?
Yeah.
It's like kind of like a swordfish, right? But they're a little.
What with the sail?
Yeah, big old mohawk on her.
Yeah.
So how likely do you think it would be for those to just stab somebody right in the gizzard?
I mean, I feel like if you're on a fishing trip or whatever, right, and you're hitting the fucking, I forgot what it's called, when you're like hitting the small wave. Yeah, you're hitting the chop. And if one just happens to jump right as you hit the chop, it could just fucking come in and, just fucking. No? Is that what happened?
So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
A 73-year-old, which perfect. Maryland woman on a fishing boat in Florida was fucking stabbed by a 100-pound sailfish after it leapt out of the water and obviously into her fucking stomach/groin area is what it says.
Damn.
Which is not great.
Yeah.
But
no.
yeah. The victim was with two others last Tuesday when the angler on board caught the sailfish. So the fish was in the process of being caught.
Oh, okay.
And as they reeled it in, it charged the boat. It was like, okay, you want me? Here I come, bitch. And then it jumped out of the water and fucking stabbed this lady as she was standing next to the center console on the boat. So yeah. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
That's why you don't go fucking sailing in Florida. That's why you don't go to
Just
Florida.
don't go to Florida, yeah.
Yeah, just skip the whole place. I guess they can grow up to 200 feet or 200 pounds.
200 feet?
200 pounds. Yeah. They could be 200 pounds and then can grow between 6 and 11 feet in length, which is kind of insane when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like a 6 foot 200. That's fucking LeBron James ass sailfish just fucking people up. Which, damn, fucking ocean's scary as shit. To further my point, breaching whale lands on a fishing boat off of Menominee Point in Plymouth. So this fucking whale, as you've seen it a billion times in the Pacific Life commercials or whatever, well, it fucking landed on this people's boat right on the front too. So it just pulled the front down.
Yeah.
And it's a big old whale. It doesn't say what kind. It looks like a old humpback though.
Did it sink it? Or flip it or?
Well, no, I mean it definitely. So from the pictures, it doesn't look like it sank, but there's a bunch of people around.
Yeah.
So, the people didn't drown or nothing, but it just the boat didn't capsize, but it did pull the bow underwater before sliding back into the water itself, and obviously the whale's actions were not intentional, says the harbor master. So
how do they know?
That's what I was thinking. Like, first of all, if that fucking whale had ill intentions, how are you gonna know?
Yeah. Well, what was that? Remember that dude that was like the dog whisperer?
Yeah, Caesar Milan.
So yeah, was that guy like the Caesar Milan for whales?
He's like putting his ear to the water. He's like, yeah, the whale said he didn't do it on purpose. He's doing the Dory thing. Did you mean to hit their boat? Oh my god. We're dumb. Hey, speaking of water stuff, you remember Choco Tacos while we were on deployment?
Yeah, dude. Ice cream
Yeah.
tacos, duh.
Fuck yeah, it's like the greatest invention ever made. Um, Unfortunately, Klondike has announced that they're being discontinued. Yeah, R.I.P. Right, Choco Taco, it's gone for good. Klondike brand representative said, over the past 2 years, we have experienced an unprecedented spike in demand across our portfolio and have had to make very tough decisions to ensure availability of our portfolio nationwide. We know this may be very disappointing. Yeah, you're fucking right, Klondike. How dare you?
I don't even know how to live anymore.
Yeah. Like, this is kind of like the worst news probably that we've ever put on here.
Ever.
I mean,
Yeah, this is hands
yeah.
down.
This dude I work with, he was in the army when he was in Iraq and shit, and we were talking about Choco Tacos
Yeah.
one day. And so when I found this article, I sent it to him. He's like, "What? No." I was like, "I know." Because we were just talking about it at work not that long ago about how he was looking for him and he could never find him at the store.
That's why.
That's why they fucking taking him out.
Thanks, Klondike.
Yeah. Watch the fucking watch their sales just plummet because nobody gives a fuck about them if they're gonna get rid of Choco Tacos, you know?
Yeah, because they're like minty bullshit sandwich, like the main one.
Yeah.
What would you do for a Klondike?
For a Klondike bar. Yeah.
That.
Yeah,
Fuck those
fuck that
sandwiches.
thing.
Those suck.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's ever had a good
I've
Klondike
never
bar.
heard anyone go, damn, dude, I wish I had a Klondike. Get rid of those things.
I've never even seen somebody eat one in public. Like, never once.
To be fair, I don't think I have either.
Yeah, right?
So get rid of the
And they
Klondike
look-
bar.
I remember when I was little and I was like, man, I bet that candy tastes good because it's shiny and it's got a bear on it. No. It tastes like garbage. Tastes like I just bit off a mint leaf. Stupid. Anyway, if you feel the same way we do, maybe drop a comment. Say, hey, yeah, fuck Klondike, dude. I get it. I get it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So remember a while ago when we talked about the Canadian like schools that had a bunch of indigenous bodies buried under them
Yeah,
and
that's
shit?
been a while ago.
Yeah. So the Pope went to Canada to do some apologizing because on his list of responsibilities, sometimes apologizing for shitty things Catholics have done is on there. And so he goes to Canada and he wants to apologize and, you know, try and do something. Like, obviously there's not really anything he could do for what has happened.
Yeah.
But I think a big part of like an organization like that is recognizing where you fucked up in like leading your flock astray into thinking that was okay.
Yeah.
Is kind of a big step, but people are not happy about it. There's a lot of people that were like, yeah, I think his visit actually was worse, like, cuz it just made me feel all the feelings all over again. So yeah, which I think is hardcore because isn't Pope Francis from like Brazil or something like that?
I'm not really sure where he's from, but he's the one that's in recent years has been like pretty accepting of like random stuff.
Yeah. Let's just take a Google. I'm curious. I'm curious about this. Oh boy. Well, holy shit! I just Googled Pope Francis, and the first pictures are of him in like headdresses, like indigenous headdresses.
No.
He's from Argentina.
Oh, okay.
But dude, that fucker's 85. God,
He ain't got
Why
long.
didn't they? No.
We're gonna have a whole
Why
new
are they
pope.
always having old ass popes? How about you get a dude in his 50s?
Well, because they gotta
real studious.
because they gotta go through that whole process, right? You gotta be a priest, and you gotta be a bishop, then you gotta be a cardinal. It takes their whole fucking
Yeah.
life to get that far.
That's true. It's very weird, but
It's very militant for sure.
yeah. So he did meet with indigenous communities, including the First Nations, Métis, Inuits, and Our Lady of Seven Sorrows.
Tell me that he wore
at Our Lady of Seven
indigenous
Sorrows.
headdresses while meeting them.
And so the picture is somebody of indigenous descent gave him is handing it to him and he's putting it on.
Yeah.
But the other pictures from the Google searches, he's just standing there with it on, and I'm like, oh no, what's happening? I thought that his apology went catastrophically wrong because he was just like, what's up? And it shows up.
It just shows up in their headdresses. Like, yo, we're the same.
I kind of wish that that's how it would have went down because that would have been way funnier. But obviously, that's not a really good apology tour to just show up and be the most blatantly piece of shit racist kind of outfit that you could in that situation. But looks like they gave it to him as a peacekeeping kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, we believe you're sorry. Here's some of our heritage.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I mean, obviously there's some that are pretty accepting, but the others that were like, man, wish you wouldn't even fucking shut up, bro. Which I think is a very weird. I get it, but also it's not him that did it. He wasn't even fucking Pope back then.
Maybe not even alive. I don't know. How long?
He was. I don't know. Well, there's people that were involved in this that had dealt with it in the 60s and 70s.
Oh, okay. So probably.
But he was down in Argentina
finishing on boys, yeah.
You know? What? Oh. We went different directions, but kind of the same. I like it. Also, found this crazy little thing while I was looking for a different article.
Yeah.
So I guess that there's a private DNA firm that has said that they could probably find the DNA evidence for JonBenet Ramsey's killer at the crime
How?
scene. Right? So they do have DNA. There was DNA there, right? But they don't know whose. That person was never in the fucking system. And back then, they could only track people in in the criminal database. So, these people called, what is it? Parabon Nanolabs.
Yeah.
A Virginia-based firm.
Okay.
I guess helped solve a 1975 murder assault of Lindy Sue Beechler. I don't know. That's a confusing name. Beichler. So I feel like it's Beechler. Anyway, they had recently found who had done that via their fucking
proprietary way of doing DNA.
Yeah, however they decide to do
right.
it. So her JonBenet's brother had tweeted, I guess while watching something, or maybe he did an interview, I don't know. He tweeted at this people and then at the governor of Colorado, wanting them to kind of investigate, because it's still technically an open case, right?
Yeah.
It's cold, but it's open.
Yeah, because there's no statute of limitations for murder. Yeah.
Right. And this company has a track record of using complicated and innovative genetic genealogy research techniques to crack open cold cases.
Okay.
So that's,
wow.
Yeah. And they had, I guess, a spokesperson for the person says if they could get the DNA, they could get a analysis and all of this thing done within hours, is what they said. So it was like, well, how about let's fucking do it, man? Feel like it's pretty obvious. It's also very weird how long this is, it's been almost 30 years, right?
Yeah.
So fucking wild that we still don't know. There's a good time suck episode of that was pretty good. I enjoyed that one because it was very much more informational than I remember, and also the only information that I ever learned about it was watching documentaries with my mom.
Yeah.
Because she liked to watch murdered children documentaries with me in the room for some reason.
Parenting 101.
Yep. So, but it's also kind of weird. What? At some point, why do we still care? Why is it still so interesting? You know? Like, I get it. Like, I'm interested. I want to know for closure, just to know. But also, why the fuck do I still care? Why is it still captivating me? It's very confusing. I don't get it. We're watching the show called the Mind Over Murder or something like that on HBO.
Okay.
And it's about a murder case from Beatrice, Nebraska, actually. And there's 6 people who got convicted of this murder and then ended up getting. They're like, oh nope, sorry, you didn't do it. And so this docu series is going over it. It's still airing right now. Like, I think it's 6 episodes, and the 6th one just aired.
Okay.
Tonight, so it'll be on tomorrow on HBO. So we've all been watching that. And actually, one of my roommates, she used to work with one of the ladies in this that was like wrongly convicted, which I was like wild.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Like, obviously it's Nebraska, so there's like 18 people here, but
It's bound to happen.
it's bound to happen. But just still kind of crazy. Like, oh, like she actually fucking worked with her, like at a grocery store. Like, pretty wild.
Yeah.
And it's pretty interesting. I recommend it. It's kind of weird though how they do it, because they're so I guess they were doing a play based on the trial and all of that in Beatrice. And so, like, part of the documentary is going through, like, auditions and shit like that with the people.
Okay.
Like, local people that are... It's a very weird thing. Weirdly enough, I saw John Benet Ramsey documentary kind of done in a similar way. Whereas, like, I think it's called Playing John Benet or something like that. And, like, they did discuss the crime in detail with the, typical... what do they call it? Reenactments.
Okay.
But the reenactments were people, like, just normal people from the area
Yeah.
playing. I was like, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But my roommates don't like that part. Every time they go to the play people, they're like, ugh, we don't care about the... Like,
we just want
think
the
it breaks-
facts.
like, I like it when, there's reenactment. I think it's even more interesting to have people from that fucking area, that demographic even, like, playing those people. Is very interesting.
Yeah.
So I recommend that. I don't have any more stories.
You don't have any more stories.
Well, I do, but we're
Running out of time.
So
All right.
I have too many stories. I like to overload just in case,
I have too many stories. Actually, since I'll squeeze this in real quick. So I know last week we talked about, because I was like, fun feeding my son. So this week in fun feeding Emmett, this week I was able to get him to try pizza casserole and cheeseburger casserole. These are both like keto recipes, like, because me and Natalie have been like super into doing keto, and it's been really paying off. Like, as of recording this, I've lost 18 pounds since May, which is fucking insane. But anyway, so pizza casserole started out perfect. He was like, yo, pizza, love it. Ate the top, and then refused to eat anything else for a solid hour. Put him in the corner.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I'm done. I put him in the corner, and then he stood in the corner, because I was like, you can stand in the corner until you're ready to eat. So he stood in the corner for like 10 minutes, and he's like, I'm ready to eat, Dad. And then he ate. Craziest shit ever.
Yeah, weird.
Next night, so let me like differentiate between the two. So the pizza casserole looked good and tasted good.
Okay.
The cheeseburger casserole the next night did not look great.
Awful.
It did not. Like,
Yeah.
Like the picture that Natalie took of it, like still in the pan, was fine. But then, like, once you scooped it out, it just didn't look great. But it tasted amazing. It literally tasted like you took all the ingredients of a cheeseburger and then fucking mashed it up. Like, it didn't look great.
Just hodgepodge cheeseburger ingredients into this fucking casserole.
Yeah, but it tasted amazing. Emmett had zero issue eating that shit. Like, sat down and I was like, all right, dude, you got 30 minutes to eat. Otherwise, you're going in the corner. And he just, boom, destroyed it.
That corner is a fucking... It's a motivational tool. I'll tell you what. I still... I fucking, to this day, will remember, like, times where I was in the court. Like, and same setup as I mentioned before, where everybody's like eating dinner.
Yeah.
And then I'm like in the corner in the living room, listening to the TV, listening to them all talk, and I'm like, I fucking hate this so much. I want to be included.
Uh-huh.
Like,
This is terrible.
it works though, and it's a really good, like, obviously non-aggressive thing. Like, just go stand there, fucking piece of shit. How long do you put him in for? Like 10 minutes.
Well, it just depends. Like throughout the course of the day, what else he's done. So like
you just add it all up
so
at
then
the end of the day.
no. So for instance,
yeah, we're gonna take a total.
Well, no. So for instance, like earlier in the day where he had to stand in the corner, he jumped. He was coming down the stairs and he was like, "Dad, watch this trick," and then just jumps from like the 7th step up to all the way to the bottom.
Was it cool?
It was just him jumping.
Oh, all right.
And I was like, "Don't do that again." He was like, "Okay," and then he literally turned around and ran back up the stairs and jumped again. All right, I know you heard me. He's like, "I heard you," and I was like, "Go get in the corner." So he stood in the corner.
It's definitely your kid.
Yeah, for sure. He stood in the corner for 10 minutes, and then by the time dinner happened and he had to go back in the corner, I was like, "All right, you're gonna be in the corner for 15 at least, or until you just say you're gonna eat."
Yeah.
So he only did 10. The second time around, he only stood in it for 10 before he was like, "I want to eat, Dad," and then he ate.
There you go.
It's a battle of wills, and I didn't think mentally fighting a 6-year-old would be so annoying.
Yeah, you would have been wrong. I don't know how you fucking came to that conclusion, but I could have told you very quickly that was not correct.
Well, so I'm just trying to do things differently, man. Like, I used to disagree with my mother as a child, and she was just like, "All right, come here, I'm gonna beat you." And with my son, I'm trying really hard. The times that I have tried to spank him, I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
So,
like a super duper last resort kind of thing.
like very last resort.
Yeah. I think that's how a lot of parents are right now, which is weird because it's almost like they all got beat when they were kids or something. I always think of that Billboard joke when people are talking about beating their kids, where he's discussing how, his dad didn't hug him, but then but his dad also never talked about his own childhood, like it was like Vietnam, and he just couldn't talk about all the crazy things that were done.
Yeah.
And so he's like, so then then hit from whatever his childhood shit show was to me, whereas it's like, I can't hug him, otherwise he'll turn gay. And that was something that his dad had said, right? And so it just makes me think of that, that process of well, I guess we'll just not do that thing because that obviously didn't work. So yeah.
There you go. So that's Emmett's power hour right there.
I love it.
All right, on to the most favorite coveted section of the show, Billboard 200 Top 10. We got number 1, still at number 1. This dude is killing it right now. Un Vierno Sin Ti by Bad Bunny. That's at least 3 or 4 weeks in a row now. I
think it's 4, yeah.
Debuting at number 2 is Wasteland by Brent Faiyaz. Faiyaz. If I pronounced it wrong, put it in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, put the pronunciation in the comments, please.
Debuting at number 3, Girls, the second mini album EP by Aespa. Aespa. What are these names?
Aespa.
I
don't know. I just guessed.
Down from 2 to 4, Harry's Home by Harry Styles. Down from 4 to 5, Dangerous Double album, Morgan Wallen. Down from 3 to 6, Honestly Nevermind. Oh, passive aggressive ass.
Yeah.
Steady at number 7, I Never Liked You by Future. Down from 6 to 8, 7220 by Lil Durk. Still at number 9, The Highlights by The Weeknd. And then down from 8 to 10, Breezy by Chris Brown.
Dang, you think she's gone for good? We won't even mention her name. We don't want to give her any credit. But
she's right there, dude. She's up. She's up from 14 to 12.
Oh no! Oh no!
Just creeping back in.
Oh no!
Oh no!
What are you gonna do?
riot in the streets.
Yeah,
Commit
probably.
suicide
A one-man
on
riot.
episode.
I wish you wouldn't. That'd make me sad.
It's a joke.
Especially since I would have to fucking put it all together. Like, at least edit the fucking thing first. God damn. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, for legal reasons, that's a joke. So.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Yep.
All right. We want to thank our friends, the Dutch and Denver podcast, No New Friends podcast, Kicking It with the Kellys in the Ribbity Room. If you want to be a part of any of these things, go to our link tree. It's linktree/walkpod.
WOKPOD.
Walk pod.
Yeah, there you go. Just go super hilly with it. Yeah. Got that walk pole.
That walk pod.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Case of crawdads.
Mm-hmm.
Scrant.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, if you follow that link, you'll go to all of the things. If you want to go to the YouTube, and watch this, if you just got done listening to it and you're like, what do these two smoke shows look like? And you'll be very disappointed. You can also leave all the comments like we mentioned, or you can go to the Apple Podcasts, review us, Spotify Podcasts, review us. Go to the Facebook page, check out all the hot memes. Really, honestly, go for the memes, stay for the pod, really.
Review us.
Review us on the I don't think we have any reviews on the Facebook page, but it's fine. But yeah.
That's it.
That's it, right? All right. I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.